My name is Debbie Archer, and I'm delighted to have with me Leanne Howard, who is the Business Agility Practice Director from Planet. She is also a member of the Australian-New Zealand Testing Board, a member of the Australian Standards Committee, and a very active working group member within the ISTQB. Welcome, Leanne.
Thanks, Debbie.
Leanne, I'm going to ask you a few questions, a little bit about your career. If we can start with, how did you start your career in testing?
Well, actually, it was an accident. I didn't actually start out to be a tester. I was actually a financial advisor working for one of the big banks in the UK. And I think it all came about because I was working with ultra high net worth customers. So I wanted to make sure my customers got the best service they could. And the system that we had didn't really give them what they needed. So I was always on to the help desk saying, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this. And then when an opportunity came up for the system to be redesigned, the regional director came and asked me if I'd like to be the product owner. So I was thrilled about that. And then again, luckily, or maybe I made my own luck, I actually managed to do pretty much most of the roles within software development lifecycle. So I was the product owner, then I did business analyst role. Then I was really lucky. So we were in a project kind of even before the Agile Manifesto, and we were working in that Agile way. And as the product owner, I actually sat beside the developers and designed the screen, designed the rules, actually sat beside them. And then, of course, I'd got all of that knowledge. So okay, so now we need to set up a testing team. Can you go and lead the testing team? So that's how I got into testing. So my qualifications originally were in financial advisor, but then obviously subsequently, I've got a lot of testing certification, ISTQB certification, and Agile certification.
Something you said there, you made your own luck, takes me on to my next question. As a woman, did you find there were more barriers and challenges to pursuing a career in testing?
I didn't actually, or I wasn't aware that there was in my career. And I think that you have to really, really believe in yourself and believe in what you can bring to the team. And then that does start to get recognized. And as I said before, I think you need to find the opportunities and grab them or make them, decide where you want to go and, make those opportunities for yourself. So just continually, if you challenge yourself, if you are a continuous learner, and if you take, pride in and have integrity in your work, I think that gets recognized. And certainly for me, I didn't really see that there were any barriers to where I wanted to go, but I had quite a clear vision about where I wanted to get to, and then kind of worked at what I need to do to get there.
Mm-hmm. You've kind of covered the next question. You're the Business Agility Practice Director, so you, I think, could be defined as, a female lead in the industry. And the question is about what are the main factors that you think have helped you to achieve this? And you have covered it, but other things that you can specifically define. As an example, one area I'm interested in is, going for that job and having the confidence to actually, say, yeah, I can do that. What type of thing would you say really helped to propel you?
I think for me, one of the important things is to find yourself some really good mentors, so that when you are going for that interview, or when you're having that conversation with your manager about where you see your career going, you've had the opportunity to talk to someone else, so that you go into that meeting very prepared and very with a clear goal of what you're trying to achieve. So I think mentors is very, very important. I think also find supporters within either your peer group or your manager that are also going to give that good feedback, because when you're going for a role, whoever's doing the interview or looking for someone for that role, they're going to talk to a number of different people. So make sure that you have those supporters around you as well. And I would also say that the other thing for me is, take that passion into whatever conversation that you're having. If people see that you're really, really enthusiastic about something and you really want that goal that you're trying to achieve, then that goes a really long way. Even if sometimes you maybe haven't got exactly the right skills or exactly the right competencies, that will give you an advantage, and obviously make sure that you're talking about continuously learning. So don't not go for a role if you haven't got all of the skills. You can learn them as you go along, or find, as I said, find a mentor that can help you in that area, and be upfront and say, look, I don't know this particular area, but I've done some research for myself, or I've gone and talked to some colleagues in a similar project or something like that. So I think, you just have to make sure that you surround yourself with the right people, and that you look at what you can do to better yourself.
Mm-hmm. Some solid advice there, Leanne, as always. The equality and also, of course, the diversity agenda, something that a lot of organisations are very focused on, and dealing with, the bias, whether it's unconscious or not, in the workplace. What is your perception? Do you think that we are having a shift, and is equality more, are things improving? Are things getting better?
I think absolutely yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm really fortunate in Planet in that we actually have a almost 50-50 split of females to males. And I know that's not true of all organisations. So I think that we're really lucky there. I think there is still work to be done. Mm-hmm. I think at the kind of starter levels and the entry in from sort of universities, because they've done a lot of work in encouraging women to take those type of degrees as entry into it. So I think a lot of work has been done in that area. I think also the other area that we do really need to focus in on is women in leadership, which is a great segue into what we're talking about today. I think there still is a lack of women in those leadership roles, and they're the people that are going to mentor the next set of people. They're the people that women joining the industry can use as their that's where I want to get to, their kind of benchmark of where they need to get to. So I think we still need to ensure that we are focusing on those leaders and creating the leaders of the future, if you like, and making sure that we're supporting people that want to move into that leadership role, because not everyone wants to have a leadership role. I think there's a lot of training that's now available for people, and I would really encourage people to go to conferences where you meet a lot of really inspiring women and men in that respect, because I think we do need to be careful that we're being inclusive of everyone, even though we're talking about women specifically, but everyone has different skills, different capabilities that they bring to a role. So we need to have that mix, and that's when you get the best innovation, you get the best optimization, when you're really getting a big mix of people that are joining into that discussion. So, make sure that you take the opportunity of anyone that you can work with, expand your network, and you can learn something from every single person that you interact with. And it's important that you sort of put that energy into doing that, so that you can then take from them as well as giving to them. And I think the other thing that has helped in raising the profile of women in IT is where they've had that opportunity to mix with those really diverse people. And you're not only learning from women, you're also learning from men as well. So, you know, you just need to take all those opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely wise words, Leanne. Final question for your final request to you. What words of advice would you have for women who are looking for a career in testing? And you've given lots of good advice already. Final words.
So I think you have to have the right kind of mindset to be a really good tester and to be successful in your testing career. So things I would think about, if you recognize all these words resonate with you, then I would really encourage you to get into a career in testing. So if you're someone who's very inquisitive about things, if you love to find out about how things work, and on the flip side, how things break, because we get the almost unique opportunity to work where we're continually breaking things. So if that's sort of in your nature, if you're curious, you're analytical, you want to learn about everything that you're doing, it's a fantastic career, and you will get lots of different opportunities. It's great for people that don't like to do routine. So if you think your day is going to be the same thing day after day after day, that's not what happens in testing. In fact, probably hour to hour, you're not doing the same thing. So again, if that's the kind of thing that really excites you and gets you passionate, then testing is a really good career for you. I think also people need to be really creative, because we all know with agile and the way the industry is going, the way business is going, we need to do things quicker, faster, leaner. We need to still maintain that high quality. So if you are a really creative person, then you can create a test which is going to cover multiple different scenarios or different requirements. And that's where the art of our industry is. Most people can run a test. There's few people that are really creative and create really well thought out, well-founded tests. So creativity is one. I think you need to have, as I said, and one of the things that I love about this industry is that passion and being able to give back to people in your industry. So through the sort of mentoring, etc. And you need to have a job where you're really excited every day to come to work. And I think that's what gives me the buzz is I'm going to know I'm going to be working with different people. I'm going to be doing something different every day. I'm going to be learning something new, even if it's learning how not to do something, that's still learning. So it gives you plenty and plenty of opportunities. And obviously, if you're a person that values quality, as you said, as part of the introduction, you know, you need to have that at the forefront of your mind, because whatever you are testing is going to go to a customer, and that may be an internal customer or an external customer. So you need to be able to put yourself in the mindset of that customer to say, you know, what is it that I really want out of this system or out of this product? And how is it going to be easier to use? How is it intuitive? What can I do with the system? So I think if that's the kind of thing that really excites you, then vote with your feet and join the testing community. We'll welcome you. We will absolutely welcome you.
Definitely. Leanne, thank you so much. Your passion comes across so clearly there. Thank you, Leanne Howard, a truly inspirational woman in testing. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. And good luck to everyone joining the industry.
Thank you.